Hi, I'm Christopher Dunn again. This is HandmadeInVermont.com, and today we're talking about the Hubbardton Forge Triomphe 8 light pendant. This is the 131071. It's also a matching wall sconce that goes with this, so check that out in our interior wall sconce section. So let's talk about the size of the fixture itself. So this is going to be independent of what it's hanging from, which are these rods. So the body of the fixture is 36.9 inches tall. Diameter is coming in at 26. Overall height, now we're talking about the distance from the bottom of the fixture to the actual ceiling itself is going to give you a range. It's going to start off at 42.3 and go to 84.3 using different combinations of rods. I want to show you more information about that, and how we're going to do it is we're going to look at the installations instructions right now. So if you're on the page for this on Handmade in Vermont, look over on that side of the screen. Midway down, you're going to see a link. It's going to say click here for installations instructions PDF. Open that up for me. It's going to show you a full parts list. It's going to show you a chart, and that chart is going to show you which combinations of which rods are going to get you to all of those fixed heights that they list on that chart. This is going to end up, like I said, at 84.3 overall height with the rods that are going to come with it. But this ships with 120 inches of wire, and if you need yours to be longer than 84.3, I can probably get you up to about 114 inches overall height by just ordering additional pipes. It's very, very simple. The other thing is, in those installations instructions, we talk about how to assemble it. And basically, you're going to have the wire coming out of the fixture itself. What we like to do is run them through these little parts one by one. So you go through a connector, through a pipe, through a connector, through a pipe, and then you basically just put them together. It's very simple. Hubbardton's using this system of interconnected pipes, and they have threading on each end, and then you get a bunch of these little guys here that are connectors. Just do exactly what they say. You put them together like that, boom, really, really nice. So very tight, very milled beautifully. You barely even can see that there's a seam right there. Okay, the top of this is going to be using a 6.5 inch canopy. This one's a 5 inch, but 6.5, it's a little bit bigger than this. It's also slope ceiling adaptable already to 45 degrees. So if you need it, basically there's a knuckle built right there. Just go like that, and it's slope ceiling adaptable, already set up for you. If you need to go beyond, like I said, I can get you to about 114 inches just by getting extra pipes. If you need this much, much longer, like say 202 inches or 250 inches overall height, bottom of fixture to ceiling, drop me a quick email. Say you're looking at the 131071 and tell me what you need. I'm going to take your email and send it to Hubbardton Forge's customs department. We'll come back with what we can do for you. Adds a little time and money, but it's very simple. It's also 24 pounds overall weight, so it's not that heavy. Hangs from a normal junction box. When you're looking at those installations instructions, it's going to give you a bunch of line drawings and schematic technical drawings of the canopy, so it shows you exactly what's going on with it. Really nice. So the glass on this are going to be these frosted glass diffusers. They screw down over the socket, and they're frosted, so you're not going to be able to see what's going on inside. And what's going on inside is you've got 8 of these candelabra sockets. So these are the smaller ones we all grew up with. We all know these bulbs. And you're going to be maxing out at 60 watts for incandescent. If you want to go with incandescent, you can get these everywhere. I can get these at my grocery store in Vermont. So if I can get them here, you can get them everywhere out there. 60 watt max for incandescent, you can still do that. Dimmable fixture, so you can do that too. If you want to go LED, you're going to be, you're just going to be sticking with this shape basically. These pretty much max out at 60 watt equivalent out in the marketplace, and I found them, I think I've probably found these at my local hardware store, maybe even at Walmart, but they're very simple to get. It doesn't matter if it's frosted or if it's clear because your diffusers are frosted themselves. This is going to be available in different colors of light. So when you're out there looking at a hardware store, if you're looking on Amazon, doesn't matter where you go, notice that they're going to be offering them anywhere from 2700 Kelvin, that's going to be at super yellow light, all the way to something called daylight. And if it says daylight on that box, that's going to be that blue-white hospital waiting room light. So be careful. That's not a warm light. That's kind of a cooler, overcast daylight. That's going to be 4,000, 5,000 Kelvin on the Kelvin scale. What we like to use in our showroom is called warm white, and that's 3,000 Kelvin. That's the light that's coming down on my hands right now. Very, very soft. It's kind of the light that you would get from an incandescent bulb that we all grew up with, but in an LED. And there's no limit to the wattage coming out of these things. This is probably a 4.5 watt, maybe a 5 watt LED. They don't generate heat, they generate light, and they use very little electricity. The other thing is make sure that when you're buying these out in the market someplace, doesn't matter, like I said, if it's a Ace Hardware or a grocery store, make sure it's a dimmable fixture. You're going to want to dim this. You've got 8 of these. You might even just go for like a 20 watt equivalent or a 40 watt equivalent. Those are going to be pretty easy to find. And just make sure it says dimmable on that box, and tell your installer you're doing a dimmable LED. Let's get into finishes now. If you're on the HandmadeInVermont.com website, look over on this side of the screen. Midway down, you're going to see a tab. It's going to say Finishes Help Guide. Click on that for me. There's going to be a video on there of me talking to you guys about the differences in Hubbardton forged finishes and how they can look on different types of forging. I'm going to be talking about a chart a little farther down on the page. You'll see it next to me here. It's going to kind of go over the differences between heavy forging and non-heavy forging, and it'll be talked about in that video. So it's really important that you kind of watch the video, use the chart. You can click on that chart on different things. So you can click on dark smoke and a big page will pop up and show you lots of different things in dark smoke. Click on burnished steel or natural iron, it'll do the same thing. But it's really important that you understand how Hubbardton Forge's finishes are kind of divided into translucent and opaque, and how they can look on different fixtures. Our showroom in Vermont has we're up to 400 Hubbardton Forge fixtures spread across 2 floors. We have a What's on Display page. It's way up there in those red tabs again, so click on that and you can see what we have to show you. That changes all the time because we're always adding things as they come out. Showroom's open every day except Sunday from 11 to 6. We have an amazing clearance center here too. Clearance center stuff is 75% off MSRP. It's returns, discontinued things, and showroom samples. If you were coming to visit us, bring a good-sized vehicle, something like a big SUV or maybe a small truck or something like that, because you might find something in the clearance center that you want to take home, and it's a lot of fun to go through. 75% off MSRP is an amazing bargain, so you should really take advantage of it if you can. Like I said, we're open every day except Sunday from 11 to 6. I'm here every day except Sunday from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. Eastern Time. You can call us at 802-446-2400 during business hours. You can email us 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, all the time. We love to answer emails. When you buy your Hubbardton Forge fixtures from HandmadeInVermont.com, shipping is free to every state except Alaska and Hawaii. There's no tax if we ship out of the state of Vermont, and we're the only dealer with 90-day returns and no restocking fees. No one else even comes close to that. Some larger items are non-returnable. We'll always tell you about that. It'll be in the description thing, that part of the description underneath on the very bottom. So keep an eye out for that. We also offer a rush program. Hubbardton Forge generally takes about 3 to 4 weeks to get product out. They don't stock anything. That's how you're going to get all your finishes, your adjustable ranges to play with, all those things. We can cut that time in half, and it's super inexpensive. If you want to know more, drop a quick email and I can walk you through the whole thing, okay? So if you guys have any other questions, let me know. Love to see you in our showroom sometime, and have a great day. Take care. Bye-bye.